Hi, thanks for stopping by. I've got a vintage style rustic junk journal here that's very much in the flavour of Sagita, who is Sagita Coffee Stains on YouTube. Have a wee look over and see what you think. I'm nowhere near her league, but I've done what I could using some ideas that I've seen in her videos. It's a cardboard, well not cardboard, sorry, it's card, the cover, and I have put a cover from one of the Etsy shops on it, a little rosette that I made, and some lace. So we're starting off with the vintage image here. I'll try and zoom in just a little bit, bear with me. Got the image here that I have torn round about and used some vintage photo distress ink and done some stamping round about just to kind of keep with a kind of distressed look. On this page it's decoupage, but it's rice paper, not napkin, and I've put a bit of lace below that. The edges of the pages, some of them have been punched out using Martha Stewart's punches. Here I've got a bulldog clip with an envelope I made from We Are Memory Keepers with just some ephemera in it. I'll list all the ephemera contributors at the end. And this is a Tim Holtz die I used to cut some, it's a Biggs die so it cuts through fabric. It's the Tattered Florals, and I've used two different pink fabrics and some lace with a pink button. French book page. First tuck spot. The tuck spots are just designer paper that have been cut in banners, and die cut a flower which is on top of some cotton lace. A couple of bits of ephemera. The edge here has been die cut using the die that Sagita often uses. It's a SueOlson Creative Expressions die. Bottom, I had this stamp from Crafty Individuals and managed to find the same image for sale on an Etsy shop, so I bought that and I stuck them together. I thought it looked quite interesting, contrasting them like that. Here we've got some torn book page, some torn designer paper, a wee bit of stamping using worn lipstick distress ink. This page I have a vintage Austrian stamp, a die cut frame, and an image from TsunamiRose. The book page again has been distressed using vintage photo, and I've been using throughout with the book pages some gilding wax in pink. I'm not sure if it will show up terribly well, but there is a bit of a sheen to it. Here we've got the book page again, and up the top I have some washi tape. Another book page. Here we've got another bit of decoupage using rice paper. Some stamping and washi tape. The die cutting again. Here I've got a die cut tuck spot with some ephemera, tiny doily, bit of designer paper that I ran through an embossing folder, and again used the Creative Expressions gilding wax just to give it a wee bit of a sheen. When I did the tea dyeing of the papers, I found I hadn't used particularly strong tea and it didn't show up as well as it could have done, but it just so happened that I'd purchased the Tim Holtz tea dye distress spray, so I used that in one or two of the pages. This is a Dinah Weekly stencil. My husband finds these really quite creepy, these little faces, and in Scotland we often refer to your face as being your coupon. So he refers to these as my creepy coupons. Doesn't like them. They appear quite a lot in this journal, I have to say, because I think they're really quite interesting and they go well with the sort of theme. Here we've got a die cut negative doily with some decoupaged rice paper again, washi tape, stamping, another tuck spot. This tuck spot is designer paper, and one of the designer papers I have dry embossed. Then I die cut some flowers and stuck that on top, wee bits of ephemera underneath, again which have been distressed. Printed vellum, and this is the middle of the first signature. There's two signatures, by the way. These are the hearts on a string, and here we have another tuck spot which is using some handmade paper, a wee bit of cotton lace, blingstone, and another wee die cut. One of SueOlson's images, TsunamiRose, which I sewed round, not terribly well, but we are trying to make it look distressed. Here we've got another TsunamiRose image. I changed the PDF format to PNG. I don't know what the letters stand for because I'm not into graphics. I dabble, but I don't do an awful lot. Effectively, I changed the opacity of the image so that I could print it on and you could still see the lines of the actual card below it. Used the stamping in the corner. It's a new stamp set I got from Concord and 9th. They did an original stamp set, but the letters were much bigger. I have that, and it's been invaluable as a card maker. I find it invaluable, but I saw the smaller set and I thought that would really be quite useful as well. So there we go, on we go, and more decoupage from rice paper and a vintage Austrian stamp. Die cut frame on book page with an image I just cut round her as an oval. Small doily again, more of the SueOlson die cut and some stamping in the corner there. Book page, die cut, some stenciling. Another book page, stenciling, a little bit of stamping in the corner. This is a So Susie stamp. She does quite a lot of vintage images. Die cut flower and another die cut. It's another SueOlson one, incidentally. Here I unfortunately tore the page a bit, so what I did was I used a piece of book page behind it excuse me, and then put some washi tape on it. That's another piece of rice paper that's been decoupaged there. Book page, stenciling, restamp of the Eiffel Tower, So Susie stamp, end of the first signature. Second signature, we've got some stamping and stenciling here. Tuck spot, and I die cut some vellum, some of that printed vellum, to make a little flower, which is layered on top of some washi tape with a little button for its centre. Some more images that have been sewn round and distressed on the back. Doily with, that's a napkin this time that I used, decoupaged. Here we've got some handmade paper, washi tape, and that's another piece of rice paper decoupage. Die cut negative, book page with some fabric that I sewed in a wee ruffle and attached on. Here I've got a tuck spot with a wee bit of handmade paper, die cut leaf, and tag I made using black embossing powder, and then I went over it using the embossed resist technique with both worn lipstick and I think it's Tattered Rose, the other one. Oh, there's another wee face. Another one of the images that I did as a PNG file and stamped Dream at the bottom, and just a wee bit of ephemera that's been sewn around. Another wee face and decoupage napkin and some washi tape here. doily. Tag I made using a 3-step stamping. It's what they called Stampin' Up that I got second hand. It's on a paper clip with a big a ribbon at the top. Nice wee bit of lace at the bottom and a big button. Here I've got another wee envelope that I made using my wee memory keepers board with some ephemera in it. So we've got stenciling, a wee bit of stamping here, washi tape, designer paper and some book page. This is a K & Company paper. So Susie stamps. I've used the Martha Stewart punches on quite a few pages. Not necessarily always the same punch. Here I did the dry embossing again, went over it with the what's it called? The Gilding Wax in pink from Creative Expressions. Handmade paper, some Gilding Wax on the page of the book page as well. Washi tape, die cut key and keyhole. Hearts on a string again. French stamp. Another tuck spot with the crown, tattered lace die. Wee bit bling stone at the bottom there. And just some ephemera, another one of those cards. Some of the pages I've torn. Sagita often does this and I've used distress ink along them. I must admit I found it really difficult doing that because it's just not what I'm used to. Here I've got an old picture that actually came from a photographer here in Scotland, in Glasgow. Bought that in a antique shop here on a big paper clip. Another tag I made with wow embossing powder and some lace. Die cut negative, die cut butterfly with a wee bling stone, and it's layered on a little bit of lace again. Another wee bit of ephemera. Another wee scary face. Another tuck spot here with some ephemera. Some hearts that I die cut and layered up, sewed them down the middle. Rice paper decoupage again. One of my wee scary Dinah Weekly faces. Handmade paper, rice paper decoupage, and an image at the end with some stamping round about it. And that's the back. I'll list all of the Etsy shops from which I purchased my variety of ephemera. I hope you like it. I'm sorry it's terribly rushed, but I'm having an awful lot of difficulty downloading from my camera, which is new, to my laptop, which is also new. And the bottom line is, it would appear Windows 10 is causing me a problem. So I've got to keep my videos under 15 minutes, which means I've got to speak really quickly so that you can see things. If there's any questions, please ask in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Thanks very much for stopping by. Please subscribe, please like, ideally. I'll be selling this ultimately on my Etsy shop, which is Bygones Cards at Etsy. Thanks very much. Bye folks, bye.